Epi's on standby for good news across Africa. Don't go away.
Good news.
Good news.
Good news.
Good news.
When you were 9 years old, what were you thinking of doing?
9 years old. I think I was still practicing Michael Jackson's moves or something. Yeah. I mean, I'm still a huge fan of Michael Jackson. So I think I used to, learn how to dance and try to fix my zippers. Sometimes I ruined them. Trying to do it like zip zip, smooth criminalizing myself in a room. But those days are not those days, so there would be differences. Obviously, this is the 21st century computer age. So, but yeah, who is the 9-year-old who's making a difference?
So we're talking about Nicholas Boama. He's a 9-year-old entrepreneur and a recording artist who is using his platform to amplify social justice.
A 9-year-old. Wow. Tell us more about this genius.
Well, he released his first self-funded musical project on February 14th this year, 2021.
Wow.
And he called it On the Clock. It's a multi-artist hip-hop collaboration that literally brings youthful positivity to the topics of social justice, kid empowerment, and personal affirmation.
Nice. Okay.
So this project is also highly acclaimed by by the mother of Tamir Rice.
Mm-hmm.
That's Samaria Rice, and the mother of Philando Castile, Valerie Rice, and basically they're going by it because of how it actually portrays their sons.
Yeah.
During a clip in the visual project that was dedicated to the victims of social injustices while empowering the Black communities.
Okay.
So it's featuring 40 inspirational kids, including 8 of the country's youngest business owners and entrepreneurs. On the Clock basically highlights and exalts Black youth as bosses, kings, and queens. And Nicholas actually partnered with top moguls within the industry to bring this vision of youth empowerment into a manifestation. So you have the lyrical genius of South Bend artist Million and an authentic call to action by Nicholas. The song basically is encouraging and equipping the youth with the inspiration and vision that they can achieve anything beyond their dreams. And I think with all the stories we bring here, we've actually been able to prove that beyond doubt, because the number of children and young ones that are doing amazing things, inspiring their own colleagues and breaking barriers, owning restaurants, owning businesses, bringing about social change and all that. We've seen a lot of those stories here. So I think it's a good thing that Nicholas Boama is actually doing. And you can go check out the song On the Clock. Please do check it out, and you'll be able to, get more, understand how they're doing all of this. But I'm happy he's aware. He's not negligent. He's not ignorant of the things happening. He's aware, and he's actually using the little that he can to push for social justice, which is super important.
Okay. I'm impressed. I am very impressed. And his name sounds Ghanaian.
Yeah.
Okay, but he's not in Ghana.
No, he's not in Ghana.
Right. Okay.
Please do also go check it out.
I will. What's the title of the song?
On the Clock.
On the Clock. Okay. I don't know. Maybe Abraham, could you check out if you could give me On the Clock? Maybe I could feature it right here, even though I'm doing a classical playlist today. Okay.
Well, the next thing, we're looking at Agripreneurs, which is like more of a trend these days.
Okay.
Well, we have Mastercard Foundation and the U.S. African Development Foundation, who are looking to train 2,000 young agripreneurs.
All right. Super.
Now, this is taking us to Lagos, Nigeria, because they have the Entrepreneur Support Program, ESP.
Okay.
And it's designed to support grassroots SMEs across the Nigerian agriculture and food landscapes.
Okay.
Basically, they're aiming to rebuild and strengthen their businesses.
Okay. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen what COVID-19 has actually been able to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so now...
Positives and the negatives and all.
Yeah, but in this light, we've seen how much is like, it's stripped and ripped everything bare for you to see the bones, the framework. That was the only thing left standing.
Exactly.
So if you didn't have a solid
give
foundation...
it a flesh again, yeah.
Yeah, you'll be stuck. And one thing they're doing is they're literally leveraging ICT, data and innovation. And with that, we have Nourish Africa that has developed a 4-step program
Okay.
to directly back the MSMEs with training, financing, and support, so I can ensure the scaling of their resilient businesses.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need a lot of resilience in this time because your business has to be
Absolutely.
able to stand future shocks.
Yeah.
You have no idea what's coming next. But then, I don't know. I just hope this whole COVID-19 time, the lessons some businesses have picked from it is the fact that if something happens and you cannot deal face to face,
Yeah.
is your business in such a way that you can be able to still transact it online?
Okay.
You know, I just hope small businesses have learnt and
Yeah.
found ways to more like bulletproof
Mm-hmm.
or solidify what they had initially.
All right. They need new what do you call it? New is it shock absorbers they call it? Not to feel the pain whenever you get onto that bumper level. Okay.
So the ESP is targeting micro and small scale enterprises that is run by young people. We're looking at the ages of 20 and 40.
All right.
And they should be engaged in critical food and cash crops and livestock value chains.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you must make sure you're running from the provision of inputs and primary production to processing, logistics, storage, across the whole food chain.
Right.
And you must, if you're looking at distribution, we're looking at the 11 states in Nigeria.
Okay.
Abia, Anambra, Delta, Edo, FCT, Kaduna, Kano, Lagos, Ogun, Osun, and Oyo states.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, so through the rigorous application that went on,
Right.
they've been able to attract more than 30,500 entries.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Great. Across Nigeria.
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
And you have
Encouraging.
2,000 agripreneurs that have been selected to participate in the ESP. And formally, it's actually kickstarted just February.
Last month.
Yes, last month.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. I hope entries have not been closed yet.
They've already selected the 2,000.
Okay. Oh, out of the 5,000.
No, out of the 30,500.
30,000 rather. Okay. At least it's for starting. For starting points. I think that's what.
I like the fact that they're targeting the grassroots
Mm-hmm.
and they're actually connecting with community-based people to find people who are actually doing certain great things. You know, there are people out there who live in this rural areas. They have great stuff going on. Agriculture, the farmers, the things. But then
all they need.
They don't have any IT support or anything. They are not aware of opportunities like this or anything. So I'm happy that
with a little guidance,
ESP is actually reaching out to communities, churches, just
to bring out
community-based,
to
bring these people so they can actually help them, and impact the lives of the Nigerian youth.
That is great. Okay.
Might I mention there's a special focus on women.
Oh, all right. Yeah, thank you. By kind courtesy, the month of women, right?
No, there's a special focus on women.
Okay.
Not the...
But that's a good one. That's a good one. I mean, of course. I mean, it blends into the agenda of this particular month, how women need to be, more inculcated into business, right? That is great. Okay.
So finally, we're talking money.
Okay.
Money and healthcare.
Well, that is very important because they move hand in hand simultaneously. You cannot get proper quality healthcare without, money.
So we know when it comes to healthcare and just basically healthcare and the system, especially in the United States, and the whole racism issue, how blacks are not necessarily being given the full attention, allocations are not really made properly for them.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is good news to that regard because we have Chiquita Brooks Lasure.
Right.
And she has been chosen by President Joe Biden to actually lead the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Now, this makes her the first black woman to serve as the agency's administrator.
Okay. Okay, that's good news for
we're
the
looking
first
at
woman.
a national health insurance program that spends almost $600 billion US dollars to $700 billion US dollars a year on healthcare for its members.
Okay.
I don't know if you get this thing. I don't know if you're getting it. But then, having a black woman in such a position tells you that there'll be better decisions made. better allocations. Not as against anything, but as against previously.
Well,
There'll be somebody who is coming from a place of knowledge, someone with experience, someone who actually knows how the segregation feels, someone who knows that, okay, we need this, we need that, we need this. So I'm sure when decisions are now going to be made for allocations, she's going to bring those inputs onto the table.
Right. I'm happy, first of all, that at least we have, the first black woman to be in that particular position. Very important. But then, we're looking to not only empower women, African Americans. We're also looking to eliminate that issue that has to do with if an African American person is in this position, that it means better opportunities for the black communities. We are looking to see a day where even if it's a European, a white,
I get
that person should
yes,
also be
you.
in a position to understand that these communities also need equal treatment as the other communities.
I get you, but I think that comes with experience and comes with being in the same shoes. If you haven't walked the shoes of the people, you don't understand what they feel like. You can only speculate and think of this or that. First off, I'm happy. Something always has to break the chain to start or make more room for another path, a new path. Now, if she decides, so probably she's done with her term and she leaves and a European comes, do you think the laws she's going to put in place or the measures or policies she's going to put in place to ensure that blacks also have equal rights to good access to good quality healthcare and all that, do you think it's going to change? No, you have a European in place of
you'd
power.
You'd never know.
Yeah, but
laws are dynamic.
I know.
You'd never know.
But coming from the argument you're making, we're all hoping to get there. But until we get somebody, I think that's where you actually need an African telling the African story. You can have other people telling the African story, but it's different when an African is telling because they're talking with experience.
Right.
They do it with passion because they know what they're talking about. So if she goes to sit there and she's trying to help with policies and she's bringing decisions and thoughts and opinions, it's not speculation. It's not based on billion pages of research.
It's based on the reality.
The fact that
it's based on the reality on the ground, right?
Exactly.
Fine, but what happens if she leaves? Are we going back to the old drawing board
see,
again and
that's
start
the thing.
suffering the consequence?
That's the thing. That is why. That is why
Mm.
we can start by celebrating the little victories and hope that as she has actually assumed, she's going to put in place measures that will go on.
Great. Let's see how that turns out to be. I sometimes get excited. We get opportunities to actually assume positions in some of these high places that previously we were not privileged to get. But what happens afterwards?
No, choice of words. We're not privileged to get. I think you should replace that word privilege with another word.
What should we? Oh, it's more of like we don't get opportunity.
We were not given the opportunity. It's not that we're not privileged.
Well, okay, fine. Let me take that word. Opportunities we don't get, right? I mean, we could just take it back to when Barack Obama became president. It was like, you know what? Things are going to change. Things never changed. So let's see and make it a constant thing that irrespective of whoever person sits on that chair or assumes a certain position should go by what is supposed to be done, but not because of where I'm coming from. But then again, very happy about that. Okay.
Well, that's all we have for good news.
Great. The show was Africa Daily on Africa Global Radio. Our story, our growth, our future.
I love Africa Global Radio.
Log on to our website, africaglobalradio.com, for more good news across Africa and the diaspora.